What if I told you that 72 hours from now, the power grid could collapse, your phone could die, and grocery stores could be empty, and you'd be completely helpless? Don't think it can't happen to you. Texas froze for a week in 2021. Puerto Rico went dark for months after Hurricane Maria. And cyber attacks on our power infrastructure are happening right now, more often than you realize. In the next 12 minutes, I'm going to reveal the 8 critical supplies that will keep you and your family alive and comfortable for 90 days without electricity. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to buy, how much you need, and where to store it. Information that could literally save your life. Welcome to Food Decider, where we help you make smart decisions about survival and preparedness. If you're ready to take control of your family's safety, hit that like button and subscribe for more life-saving content. Let's start with the harsh reality most people ignore. When the lights go out, your modern life ends instantly. Your fridge becomes a useless box. Your microwave turns into cold metal. Your favorite food delivery app becomes a cruel joke. The first comfort to vanish is your food situation. And without a plan, hunger and panic follow within hours. Here's what separates prepared families from desperate neighbors: a 90-day food arsenal that doesn't depend on electricity. Forget tossing a few ramen packs in a drawer. That's amateur hour. True preparedness means building a stash of calorie-dense, shelf-stable foods that can sustain you for 3 months. First up, freeze-dried meals. Brands like Mountain House and ReadyWise offer complete meals that just need water, hot or cold. These aren't your grandfather's military rations. We're talking beef stroganoff, chili mac, and chicken teriyaki that actually taste good. They're lightweight, sealed for freshness, and here's the kicker: they last up to 25 years. One pouch feeds 2 adults, so for a family of 4, you'd need about 540 pouches for 90 days. That sounds like a lot, but it's compact and stackable. Next, your carb superheroes: rice, pasta, and oats. These are cheap, versatile, and pack serious staying power. Rice pairs perfectly with canned beans for a complete protein. Pasta transforms into countless dishes with just some canned sauce. Oats work for breakfast or can thicken stews. For 90 days, stock at least 50 pounds of rice, 30 pounds of pasta, and 20 pounds of oats for a family of 4. Canned foods are your ready-to-eat insurance policy. Meats, beans, vegetables, even fruits. They're ready straight from the can. But here's a pro tip most people miss: opt for pull-tab versions. Trust me, you don't want to be searching for a can opener in the dark. Stock at least 200 cans for a family of 4. That's about 2 cans per person per day. Don't sleep on peanut butter and powdered milk. Peanut butter is packed with healthy fats and protein. One jar contains over 6,000 calories. Powdered milk adds calcium and protein to your diet, plus it makes everything taste more normal. Stock at least 12 jars of peanut butter and 10 pounds of powdered milk. For those who want the ultimate no-brainer solution, emergency food buckets offer complete meals that just need water. Companies like Augustin Farms and Legacy Food Storage sell buckets with 25-year shelf lives containing everything from breakfast to dinner. One bucket typically feeds 1 adult for a month, so you'd need 12 buckets for 1 person for 90 days. Storage is critical. Keep dry goods in Mylar bags with oxygen absorbers. This extends shelf life for decades. Rotate your stock every few years and check expiration dates regularly. Your food storage should be in a cool, dry place away from direct sunlight. But food without water is useless, and this is where most people's plans fall apart. You can survive weeks without food, but only days without water. When the grid fails, your kitchen faucet becomes decoration. Here's the brutal math. You need at least 1 gallon per person per day for drinking, light cooking, and minimal cleaning. For a family of 4, that's 360 gallons from 90 days. Start with water storage containers. If you have space, 55-gallon drums are efficient, but they're heavy and hard to move. For most people, multiple 5 to 7 gallon containers work better. They're portable and you can spread them around your home. You'll need about 18 of these containers for a family of 4. But stored water won't last forever, so you need purification methods. Portable water filters like LifeStraw or Sire Mini let you drink directly from streams, puddles, even questionable sources. They remove bacteria, parasites, and microplastics without requiring power. Keep multiple filters. They can clog or break. Water purification tablets or drops are your backup to your backup. Drop one into questionable water, wait the recommended time, and it's safe to drink. They're lightweight, last for years, and work when filters fail. Collapsible water containers are genius for collecting rainwater or hauling from distant sources. They fold flat when empty, but expand to hold multiple gallons. Every prepared household should have several. Here's something most survival guides ignore. You need power even when the grid is down. Emergency radios, flashlights, medical equipment, phones for emergency calls. These devices can mean the difference between life and death. Solar generators are game changers. Brands like Goal Zero, Bluetti, and EcoFlow offer quiet, sun-powered generators that recharge during the day and power your devices at night. They're silent, produce no fumes, and work as long as the sun shines.
For budget-conscious preppers, solar charging power banks are incredible value.
These compact units soak up sunlight during the day and provide enough juice for phones, radios, and USB-powered gear at night. Many include built-in flashlights and multiple charging ports. Stock several. They're cheap insurance. Don't forget the accessories. Keep a bag of spare charging cables, adapters for different devices, USB-C, micro USB, lightning connectors, and rechargeable batteries. When electronics fail, having the right cable can save the day. When the sun sets and there's no power, lighting becomes survival, not convenience. Candles might seem romantic, but they're fire hazards that can burn down your shelter. You need reliable, efficient lighting solutions. Solar lanterns charge during the day and provide hours of bright, soft light at night. Many include USB ports for charging small devices. They're weatherproof, lightweight, and some models provide light for up to 50 hours on one charge. LED flashlights should be everywhere, one in every room, your car, and your go bag. They're bright, efficient, and long-lasting. Look for models that use common battery sizes and consider flashlights with multiple brightness settings to conserve power. Headlamps are absolute game changers. Hands-free lighting transforms cooking, repairs, and nighttime movement. You can work with both hands while staying illuminated. Every family member should have one. Crank-powered lights require no batteries or sunlight. Just a few minutes of cranking provides hours of emergency illumination. They're perfect when everything else fails. Don't underestimate glow sticks. They're cheap, last for hours, perfect for marking paths, signaling for help, or providing comfort lighting. Kids especially find them reassuring during scary times. When there's no power, no maintenance crew, and no YouTube tutorials, you become your own repair service. Manual tools and multi-tools are absolutely essential for repairs, food prep, and basic maintenance. A quality multi-tool is like having an entire toolbox in your pocket. Leatherman and Gerber make tools with pliers, screwdrivers, blades, scissors, wire cutters, bottle openers, saws, and more, all in a compact package. These tools can fix almost anything, open cans, cut materials, and solve countless problems. Here's something that'll shock you. The #1 tool failure in emergencies is can openers. Electric openers are useless without power, and cheap manual openers break under pressure. Don't let a pantry full of canned food become useless because you skipped a reliable manual can opener. An axe or hatchet becomes essential for chopping firewood, clearing branches, or building shelter. Keep it sharp and learn proper technique. A dull axe is dangerous, and improper use can cause serious injury. A hand crank radio connects you to the outside world. Emergency broadcasts, weather updates, and news help you make informed decisions. Look for models with USB charging ports, built-in flashlights, and solar charging options. Information can save your life. Store tools in accessible locations and practice using them before emergencies strike. Maintain and sharpen blades regularly. When you need them most, they must work perfectly. Without running water or working plumbing, maintaining hygiene becomes challenging but absolutely vital. Poor hygiene leads to illness, and illness during an emergency can be life-threatening. Wet wipes and hand sanitizer become your new best friends. They substitute for showers and hand washing when water is scarce. Stock industrial quantities. You'll use far more than you expect. Look for biodegradable wipes and alcohol-based sanitizers with at least 60% alcohol content. When toilets don't work, you need alternatives. Portable camping toilets or simple buckets with heavy-duty liners provide dignified solutions. Use double bags for safety and have lime or sawdust for odor control. This isn't glamorous, but it's necessary. For women and girls, feminine hygiene products become critical supplies. Stock pads, tampons, and consider menstrual cups as reusable options. Also consider portable bidets that use minimal water but provide effective cleaning. Industrial-strength trash bags handle garbage and waste disposal when pickup services stop. Double bag everything and have a plan for waste storage away from living areas. Basic hygiene items like toothpaste, toothbrushes, soap, waterless soaps, and dry shampoo maintain health and morale. A quick teeth scrub or face cleaning can dramatically improve comfort and mental state. When power fails and temperatures drop, staying warm becomes about survival, not comfort. Hypothermia kills, and it can happen faster than you think. Emergency Mylar blankets reflect 90% of body heat back to your body. They're lightweight, compact, and incredibly effective, but they're noisy and can tear, so stock multiple blankets per person. Invest in cold weather sleeping bags rated for at least 20 degrees Fahrenheit, even if you live in a warm climate. Weather patterns can change, and you might need to shelter outdoors. Quality sleeping bags can keep you warm in freezing conditions. Tents and tarps create windproof, insulated spaces or emergency shelters. Even indoors, they can help retain heat in smaller spaces. Heavy-duty tarps have countless uses for shelter, ground cover, or weather protection. Hand and foot warmers provide targeted heat for extremities. They're activated by air exposure and provide heat for hours. Cold hands and feet aren't just uncomfortable, they're early signs of hypothermia.
Layer your clothing, thermal base layers, insulating middle layers like fleece, and waterproof outer shells. Include insulated pants, warm hats, waterproof gloves, and boots. Wet clothes can lead to hypothermia, so waterproof gear is essential. The golden rule is stay dry to stay warm. Prepare for both indoor and outdoor survival scenarios because you might need to leave your home.
When professional medical help isn't available, you become your family's emergency medical technician. A comprehensive first aid kit and medical supplies can mean the difference between a minor injury and a life-threatening emergency. Stock plenty of bandages, gauze, and medical tape for treating cuts and wounds. Include various sizes, from small adhesive bandages to large trauma dressings. Add elastic bandages for sprains and support. Antiseptic wipes and burn creams prevent infections and treat minor injuries. Infection during emergencies can become deadly without proper medical care. Include antibiotic ointment and hydrogen peroxide. Pain relievers like ibuprofen and acetaminophen provide relief and reduce inflammation. Antihistamines help with allergic reactions, and antidiarrheal medications prevent dehydration from stomach issues. If anyone in your family takes prescription medications, insulin, blood pressure medications, hard medications, work with doctors to build emergency supplies. Some insurance plans allow 90-day prescriptions. This isn't optional, it's life critical. Include an emergency first aid guide, either a printed book or offline smartphone app with instructions for CPR, treating injuries, and handling medical emergencies. When adrenaline is pumping and someone is hurt, you need clear instructions. Consider additional supplies like thermometers, tweezers, scissors, instant cold packs, and emergency medications like epinephrine auto-injectors if anyone has severe allergies. Regularly check and update your medical supplies. Medications expire, adhesives lose effectiveness, and supplies get used. Your first aid kit should be current and complete. Learn basic first aid skills before you need them. Take a CPR class, practice wound care, and understand the basics of emergency medical response. Knowledge weighs nothing but can save lives. Here's the truth most people don't want to hear. Surviving 90 days without power isn't just about stockpiling supplies. It's about planning, adaptability, and mindset. Each of these 8 essentials forms a foundation for resilience, safety, and comfort when the world goes dark. Start building your kit today, but don't try to buy everything at once. Focus on one category per month: food 1 month, water the next, then power solutions, and so on. This spreads the cost and helps you learn each system. Rotate your supplies regularly. Use and replace food items, test equipment, and update medications. Your emergency supplies should be fresh and functional when you need them. Practice using your gear before emergencies strike. Cook meals with your camp stove. Test your water filters. Practice setting up shelter. When crisis hits, you want these skills to be automatic. Remember, the more prepared you are, the less you'll have to rely on luck when disaster strikes. While your neighbors are panicking and fighting over the last canned goods at empty stores, you'll be secure, comfortable, and ready to help others. The power grid is more fragile than most people realize. Cyberattacks, natural disasters, equipment failures, and even solar storms can knock out power for weeks or months. The question isn't if it will happen, it's when.